Hello, it's your girl Brianna B, and we are back with another episode of the Queen Pen. This is episode 8 at the Good News Radio and episode 15 for all other platforms. And today we have a really good topic, and I'm excited about it because I've had an opinion about it. And I have a very special guest also in the building.
What's good with you?
What's up?
What's happening?
What's popping?
What y'all, cause you from Atlanta, what they say, what's happening? Ain't that what T.I. knows? What's happening?
What's happening?
What's happening? What's happening with your folk?
What's happening with your folk?
Shout out to you.
I don't even talk like that no more. I don't
understand why. I thoroughly enjoy Southern accents.
Yeah.
They're funny.
Yeah.
And I think it's just some of the realest shit on the planet.
I mean, we the best. I don't know. If you from the South, come on. There's nobody. I'm sorry. Y'all West Coasters is cool, but...
You say y'all West Coasters. I'm from Detroit.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Oh, okay. Let's start over.
Where the crickets at?
Oh, my gosh. Okay. So, introduce yourself. Who are you? A lot of people probably can recognize the voice.
I hope some of them can. No, it's... Mark, obviously from Sports Talk with Mark here on the Good News Sports Station, Wednesday nights, 8:30 p.m. every week. Catch me on here when it's live again. Wednesdays 8:30. Apple, Spotify, whatever other platforms for the podcast and things like that. But yeah, I come from the sports world, but obviously I love to dive into pop culture topics, political stuff, just life topics in general. So I jump around from show to show every couple weeks here. I was on Ladies Night last Friday, the night before our showcase. I'm on yours now. I've done Never Not Extra on a couple Tuesdays a few times. I'm trying to think who else I've done.
Okay.
Oh, and I did Just a Dope Ass podcast last week too.
You did?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I just be hopping around.
See, I listen, I kind of remember some people's. I'm like, okay, I know this person's on this. Let me log into the app. Sometimes I forget about logging into the app just in general. I'm like...
You're not supposed to say that.
No, I mean, I know, but I do forget sometimes. I'm like, dang, who on today? Okay.
That's different than saying you forget to hop on.
No, because what I do is I put a link in my bio so you could go directly to it instead of opening the app.
Yeah.
So, because I'm not always in the chat room, so I'll just go. If I'm on Instagram, I'm like, okay, let me just go to my bio real quick and then just see who live.
That's real. That's a nice little shortcut. Yeah. I dig it. I respect it.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
Do what you gotta do.
Yes. So, today, we're going to talk about, I don't know if y'all heard the Fantasia interview on The Breakfast Club, but we're going to talk about that and basically being submissive in a relationship and thoughts on that and, all of that good stuff. So, Mark is a show ho.
Who said that shit? Of course you did. By the way, that's a term that Mike Kell came up with.
Really?
Oh yeah, we had our retreat right before I think you got signed. It was
really?
Yeah, we did. We had a retreat right before you got signed in June, and Mike Kell was talking about, it's cool to be a show ho. And he said it, but he ran with it. I was like, no, I dig it. I get the concept because I do it. I just jump on people's shows because I love to talk. I love talking with y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So why not talk to people I'm already comfortable with about shit that I guess have an opinion on, or if somebody wants my opinion, I'm not afraid to share it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't give a damn if I'm a show ho. It's all good.
You a show ho?
Hey, but that's how you jump into other people's followers and be like, hey, come try this out. And if you don't like it, it's cool. Otherwise, keep coming back.
Yeah. Period.
Yeah. So you're always welcome, to come on mine, and if you want to talk Atlanta sports, maybe. Or,
who, me?
Yeah, you.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't know nothing about no sports.
Oh, that accent.
You scared me. I don't know nothing about no sports. I mean, I was a cheerleader for basketball and football.
Yeah, high school and college.
High school.
That's cool.
Middle school, high school.
Middle school, high school. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I dig it.
So I kind of got...
Shout out to the cheerleaders. They was, depending on which school it was sometimes my favorite people.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
The rest of them I couldn't stand.
Yeah.
Worth a damn.
Okay. Well, so I wanted to like kind of talk about the showcase that we had this past weekend, and it was really fun. I had a good weekend with y'all. A lot like meeting y'all and
Yeah. No, it was lit. Like, I'm mad. Like, for everybody that didn't get a chance to come out, like, that's really their loss.
yeah.
Like, I'm waiting for Good News Weekend 2020. I'm calling it that. Hopefully everybody else run with it.
Y'all hear that?
Good News Weekend 2020. It's going to be 3 days worth of stuff. Just come on out starting that Friday night. Hopefully we do something Friday night. The showcase, obviously, again, beforehand, during the show, and then afterhand, and then Sunday, whatever we do.
Yeah. I was thinking about I was like I hope that we can do more stuff together cuz I was like, "Dang, we could go bowling, like, all of that."
Yeah, I mean, I think we actually do hang out quite a bit.
Really? I mean, I'm just joining, so I'm just hoping that,
Oh, no, I've been here since March. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like, it is between Keith and Dash, DJ Dash, and A parties.
They always be having something going on.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, all good. Pun intended.
Pun intended.
Yeah, but it was cool. What was your favorite moment of the actual showcase? Not the weekend, but the actual.
For sure. My favorite part of the showcase. So the game that I played, which was like the little scavenger hunt game, that was pretty fun. That was also intense. I mean,
when you had to find.
Yes.
Yeah.
That felt like the longest 15 seconds of my life.
Yeah.
Legit.
You was like,
yeah, because it's just like, go find something that people keep in their pockets. Like, okay.
Right.
All right. Who got, like, I was yelling, like, who got it? Just give it here. I'll give it back. Come here.
Find something that people.
And, no, that was fun. But the pickup lines at the dead end, that was funny.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that I didn't go, but I just got to watch it.
Yeah. I kind of had a pickup line.
What was it?
I don't even want to say it.
No, go ahead, do it now. No, do it now. You can't just tease something like that. Like, you got a pickup line, and then what was it?
I forgot what I was going to say. Hold on.
You were lying.
What was I going to say? I was going to come in sneezing and stuff. Like, I got allergies.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what, my allergies is acting up.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know why? Because I want you. I was going to come in there like that. But what is it, Detroit? Shout out to Detroit. When he came up there, he said, that ain't the only thing that vibrates. I said, oh, wait a minute. This is crazy. Oh,
yeah, he shut it down with that one. He shut it down with that one. And then Philip shut it down when he started speaking French. But do you know what he said?
Yeah, he said, what that mouth do?
Yeah, in French.
Yeah. They was looking like, what he say? And she just went along with it. She was so happy.
See,
like, you can say anything in another language, and people just gonna ride with it.
Exactly, like how people be doing when you walk into the corner store.
Somebody can just speak to me in any language, and I'll be like, oh.
Fellas, y'all heard what she said, right?
In any language. I like Spanish too.
She likes Spanish.
I like Spanish. I'm like, say something in Spanish.
How much Spanish do you know, though?
I don't know a lot of Spanish.
Okay.
I know hola, sí, por favor, muy bien, gracias, y tú, buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches.
Hasta mañana.
Okay. Afternoon?
No.
After morning? What is that?
Hasta mañana. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Okay.
Hasta luego. See you later.
What dialect of Spanish?
Well, there is 2 dialects, though. That's true.
I don't know.
Because you have, like, what they speak in Spain, and then you have, obviously, what's more central to here.
Okay.
And there's, I'm trying to think what I was taught. I'm trying to think which one I was taught. I think I was taught Spaniard.
Okay.
I think.
So you can speak it fluently?
No.
Okay. Just a little bit?
I can pick up on stuff if somebody speaks it long enough around me. I could pick up like a couple words.
Oh yeah, somebody. I like the Puerto Rican, the Puerto Rican Spanish. Talk to me nice, okay?
Oh. Oh shit.
No, I like I like accents too. I'm a big accent person, like
Okay.
like New Orleans.
Okay.
Baby, I'm like, oh, what you say? What you said? What I like? What else I like?
You know exactly what you want to say. You just scared to say it.
I don't know. What you think I was supposed to say?
I'm not gonna say it.
Say it.
It's not my place to say.
Say it.
No.
You already no. You can't do that.
I can because I'm your guest.
No, you.
This
No,
ain't
you
my
can't.
show.
No, you
I
can't.
can drop tease.
No.
Hey, y'all, if y'all want to know the answer, tune in to Sports Talk Mark next Wednesday, 8:30.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that on this show. Okay. Period. Can't do it.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I really don't know. No other. What other? Yeah, New Orleans. Yeah, baby.
Do you like fast talk East Coasters?
How do they talk?
Like, do you like New York accents? Do you like DC accents? I can't do a DC one to save my life.
How
But
do
It's
they just say mo. Well, they used to say that, right? Like mo.
that
Mo
they
and-
call everybody Bama.
Okay.
They sound southern as hell too. It's just
Yeah.
like they use different
Different
words.
words. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like Atlanta. It's like two different. You got like Southern accent, and then you got
Atlanta.
Atlanta. You don't even pronounce the T.
Right, you don't say the T at all.
Atlanta.
That's the whole point.
Atlanta.
Mind you, I'm from Detroit, but like because there's like the Detroit Atlanta relationship,
Uh-huh.
like we picked up on a lot of their stuff.
Mhm.
And then a bunch of people I knew left Detroit, went to Atlanta. Some of them came back like with the accent, with the language. I was like, all right, I picked up on. And then between like a lot of Atlanta music that was coming out in the early 2000s, like we picked up on a lot of that from that.
Mhm.
And then shit, ATL was like one of my favorite movies, so everybody's trying to talk like Tip.
Okay.
From my experience,
I like New York
New York is cool,
sometimes.
but it's, you know what I mean,
little things that they say.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
And all them niggas wear Timberland boots.
You about to go in on the New York people though?
No. I got nothing but respect for it too.
Okay.
It's so
You
big.
said Timberland boots.
Yeah, because I haven't worn a pair in years.
You said what?
I haven't worn a pair in years.
I mean, I've never owned a pair of Timberlands.
Are you
so.
serious?
I'm so serious.
Wow.
What do I look like wearing? No, actually, I'm lying. I had some baby powder blue Timberlands.
There you go.
So nice.
Did you have like the regular Tims or did you have the high heel Tims?
I had the regular ones.
Oh.
The high heel ones, those wasn't even real, were they? They were?
Beyonce was the one that put them out there. And then
Really?
like a few people, I've seen them like a few times. I couldn't tell you if they was faking. I saw from a distance, but them shits was funny.
The baby powder tip smack. They was lit.
They was lit.
They were so nice. I wanted the white ones. Oh my gosh, those white ones.
Yeah.
You can only wear them around the house because
I mean,
you wear them outside. It's over with. Little
Yes.
debris.
debris,
anything.
snow. You hit.
I mean, ain't no snow. Well, you
Well,
shouldn't
yeah.
have no business wearing no Timbs out here anyway.
No, but I do see
I'm
them.
on your ass.
No, I do see them though.
Really?
Yes.
That's like Uggs.
Mm.
Yeah. That season coming up though. I've
The
seen
se-
one pair of Uggs so far.
Oh,
I'm
no,
like, slow down.
I feel you. No, the
It ain't
season,
cold yet.
The season is here, but it's also California, so it's only gonna dip to 60. It's Han Solo season. You ever seen that meme?
What mean? It's a lot of memes.
God damn it.
That SpongeBob still is taking me out.
Yeah. No, but there was one.
I'm gonna head out.
There was one. It was like Han Solo season is upon us, and it's like a bunch of white chicks with dark denim jeans, like knee high boots, long sleeve shirt, and like a vest. You ain't no, you don't.
No.
No, it's okay.
What is the meme? Explain to the people who are listening.
To the people that, all right. Again, I said it's 4 chicks in the same damn outfit, and it's like
Okay.
autumn outside. That's all it is. It's
Okay.
just it's the idea that a certain type of outfit is coming, and they call it Han Solo because if you ever watch Star Wars, that's what the motherfuckers wearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Star Wars.
I wish that I seen that meme. I need to.
Oh,
That's all I get on Instagram for is memes. Yes, please pull it up. That's what we have our phones for. I can't because
Yeah, because you already distracted. I'm looking at you being distracted. I'm like, good Lord.
I always trying to people like go live. Like we want to see. Okay, I'm just not gonna look at it.
Good God.
Not gonna. Oh my gosh.
All right.
I'm waiting on EJ. I'm waiting on my other guest to pull up. I mean, he stepped into the live and was like, I'm 5 minutes away, but that was like 10 minutes ago. So, I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip. Hopefully, he listened to it, like watched it or whatever. But let's do it.
Earlier than that, so you get to work on time.
See how she keep trying to come. She coming for you. But no, real talk. I salute that.
Yeah, everyone.
Because we need more of that. You know what I mean? We need more men to stand up and lead the way. Most women are trying to be the leader. That's why you can't find a man. You can't be the king in the house. Fall back and be the queen and let your man lead the way. So I salute you for that.
What does that mean? You can't be a leader because a lot of women look at it like, no, I could lead in my household. I could do this in my household. What does that mean?
That's not how it's supposed to be, and that's why we bump heads. And I feel like it's a generational thing. And we could talk, we can go real deep on that, and I don't need to start that, but it's a generational curse. And how society have placed our men. And women have to stand up and be the mother and the father and the provider. And so then now you are so bad, you can't be told nothing, that when the right man come, you lose him because you're trying to be the man. I was finna say,
Right.
man.
Can we be equal?
Oh, of course. Because at the end of the day, I'm the neck, my man's the head. So he can't make any moves without his wife. You know what I mean? It all works together. But you can't be the head of the house.
And that was her thoughts. What do you think?
I understand where she's coming from the standpoint of she's talking about very traditional values, very traditional ways of living, very traditional ways of gender roles per se.
Okay.
And it's a very traditional thing. And so she alluded to that when she mentioned, that it's a generational thing. I understand that point of view because, people that have been in my life have talked like that, a couple times. It's like, okay, I get it. But at the same time, times are different.
Yeah.
What
Which
up,
one
dude?
goes to that?
What up, though?
And number 4. Hi.
Hey.
My other guest has joined the building.
I'm finally here.
Yeah.
EJ, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm
Mark,
good.
my brother, how are you?
What's happening, sir?
What's the deal, bro?
We got EJ from Just a Dope Ass Show.
Yeah, just dope ass show, just dope ass podcast, whichever one. One half of the team.
Okay.
What we talking about, y'all?
You should play the clip.
You want me to play it again?
Yeah, you should play it for
I watched. Is this
you-
the Fantasia thing?
Yeah,
I watched
you
the whole
watched it.
interview. But
Okay.
if you want to play the clip, the little excerpt, so I can know specifically what we talking about.
Okay,
then
let me
I
go
can.
back. Let me go back.
I'm sorry that I'm making her do this again,
It's-
listening audience.
And you know what? I just played it because I was like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and do it now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay, here we go.
Salute that.
Yeah, everyone.
Because we need more of that. You know what I mean? We need more men to stand up and lead the way. Most women are trying to be the leader. That's why you can't find a man. You can't be the king in the house. Fall back and be the queen and let your man lead the way. So I salute you for that.
What does that mean? You can't be a leader because a lot of women look at it like, no, I could lead in my household. I could do this in my household. What does that mean?
That's not how it's supposed to be, and that's why we bump heads. And I feel like it's a generational thing. And we could talk, we can go real deep on that, and I don't need to start that, but it's a generational curse. And how society have placed our men. And women have to stand up and be the mother and the father and the provider. And so then now you are so bad, you can't be told nothing, that when the right man come, you lose him because you're trying to be the man. I was finna say,
Right.
man.
Can we be equal?
Oh, of course. Because at the end of the day, I'm the neck, my man's the head. So he can't make any moves without his wife. You know what I mean? It all works together. But you can't be the head of the house. You got to let the man be the head of the house.
And that that is the clip that I took.
But there's so
Okay.
much. There's so much though that she said within that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so-
a layered statement.
It's very
it's a lot of
layered.
layers.
It is
You
certain
gotta-
things
that's-
you can pick apart and be like, wait, but that belongs over here and that belongs over there. There's a correlation, but there's a
I don't know where were y'all at in the conversation.
She
I was just
literally
joking.
just-
I
Okay,
literally
literally
had
just-
just yeah.
All right, which I don't know.
like all I was saying, at least right before we walked in, I was saying where she's coming from, I get because it's a very traditional way of thinking. It's a very traditional way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
As far as
Traditional or archaic?
one and the same to me.
Okay, I won't disagree there.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Is it archaic? Sure. And by archaic, is it traditional? As in, that has been the quote unquote norm for God knows how many centuries up until within the last, I say, 30, maybe even 40, 50. So I think gender roles have started to change a couple decades ago, but now it's really like in its new stage and age because of stuff that's happened throughout. I
Yeah.
guess
Understood.
socially.
I don't know. I'm firmly against normacy because I believe without evolution, you're bound for extinction. So, like, what can you really call normal? Because everything has to change. That includes, like, gender dynamics, gender roles, the systems in which we believe, and even just how you interact as a couple. So, for me, I feel like in this day and age, it's impossible to carry on some of the traditions from the past just because society won't allow that. Like, you can't have a woman who stays at home now and a man you can have it. It's very hard, but, like, what jobs allow you to do that? What people in life can really like be like, oh, honey, you stay home and take care of the kids. I'm going to go to work and be the breadwinner and be the man of the house.
That's true, yeah.
You can't do that, especially if you live in California. You need 4
Right.
incomes.
Yeah.
Both of y'all need 2 jobs, nigga.
Yeah.
Like the kids
no
got to go
kids.
to work. Yeah, bitch, got my tubes tied.
Yeah.
But, like, no kids, though. But no, I think that I don't think life allows for gender roles too much anymore because everybody has to do everything. I'm a firm believer in one hand washes the other, both hands wash the face. I didn't even grow up with parents that had gender roles. Like, my mom would cut down trees and my dad would bake cakes. Dead ass. Like, my dad did all the cooking
Yeah.
in our house. My mom didn't do no cooking in the fucking house. My dad did all the cooking, all the baking. He was the person that got off work early and would be at home with me, getting me ready. So I didn't know gender roles. It was whatever your role is in this fucking house, however you can help.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what you do. So I don't know that like men are the king and women can't be.
I don't like what she was saying. I don't believe in it, but I understood the
but
frame of mind where she was coming from.
where she got it from though, where she's saying that I believe that like the value of specifically black men, because I'm black, like that's all I can
Yeah.
speak for. So anybody
Sure.
else like Mexican men, like I know everybody want to do like the POC thing and group us all in so Asian dudes can like be an umbrella with black dudes. I'm not speaking for y'all. I can only speak for black people. So if you want to jump under, like, put this under the POC umbrella, that's your business. I'm not for that shit.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna speak for a black man because that's all I am. That's all I ever been. That's all I ever gonna be.
Okay.
So, as a black man, like, I feel like I think there has been a devaluing of us. I think we've been pit against each other, like just in society. I think it's
That's right.
one of the things I hate to hear. I hate when people go, "Oh, black women so strong, so strong,
Why?
oh, so strong."
Why?
Because I think that's the battery they put in black women back to be able to get them to be the single mother and the so strong. Just look at her strength. Oh, she could just do it all.
That's interesting.
Oh, so strong. Like, I hate that shit. Irritates the fuck out of me.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
Like, it's just because you never hear anybody look at single divorced white women who be having that haircut, the I fuck black man haircut. Nobody ever looks at them and go, "Oh, so strong, so strong."
The fuck,
Yeah.
black
Oh.
haircut.
Oh, single white mother, just so strong, just holding it down. Single white mother in the suburbs, just keeping it together
I feel like
With
Get
that
the
divorce,
fuck outta
with that
here.
divorce money.
with that divorce money.
listening to
Shout out
Fantasia,
to the
living off her
alimony.
alimony.
listening
Like,
to
get the
her, I
fuck
kind of
outta
feel
here.
like she was talking about like being submissive in a relationship too, because I don't know. My thoughts on it is like I feel like you said, there is no gender. You know, in this day and age, like she's still thinking old school. So I feel like being submissive and letting a man take the lead in the relationship
How
is
about
kind of
this one? I got one for you as a black woman. How about this?
okay.
What's the difference between being submissive and being vulnerable?
See what you did there.
This is for her. This is strictly for her because
Okay.
this is what I want a black woman to answer. What's the difference between being submissive and being vulnerable?
That is a good question. What is-
Hopefully you got a good answer, boo. Let's do it.
Oh, I gotta think about that.
Because to me, I think sometimes black people in general, think that like your vulnerability is a weakness. It's making you submissive. Like no, like I think it's just that. Like you look at the fact of anything that's like hurt or sad or like as black people, that's more times than not conveyed as anger because we can't let you have that vulnerability. Like we can't let you into that. I think it's with us it's a power thing. Like we always have to have power. We have power nowhere else in anything else. Like we don't own a lot of stuff, especially if you're a young black person. Like what you own? Your mama
Right.
telling you that's not your house, it's not your car. You don't own. The only thing that's yours is your relationship, your shoes, shit like that.
yeah.
That's not a lot of shit. So you want to control everything with that. That's why when you're young, you get into it with your brothers and sisters all the time about like, you got my shoes, my shirt. Don't use my makeup. Stay out my room. It's because those are like your territorial. Those are the only things you own in life. So you start to have that, and then like your relationship, you get your first relationship. This is your chance to start modeling your adult life after what you want it to be. So this is my relationship, and both people are pulling with the mine, and nobody ever meets at that place where they're like, yo, I want this. Can we work to this? They're just making it. Hey, this is what we're gonna do. Like as a man, you don't do shit as a black man. There's very few things in your relationship you feel like you're doing for you.
I agree with that.
Very few.
I
Okay,
definitely
explain.
agree with that.
You've met my girl. Like you've met my girl. I
Yeah.
don't feel like I can tell my girl no to shit.
Okay.
Like she's a sweetheart, love her. But if I like if that no, or like that tell her that, or just the idea of like happy wife, happy life, like that's not that's some shit that we have to do. Like white men don't really believe that shit because white men can play offense in life, so they don't have to go happy wife, happy life. Black men, we don't play offense nowhere in life. We live on defense.
Yeah.
Like we live on keeping people from trying to think we're like angry, aggressive, mean. Like shut that. We're trying to stop people from believing that shit. So we don't ever have the chance to like tell people now what we want because we're trying to stop people from like judging us.
Okay.
So I feel like that right there is one of those things that even comes over to our women. Like we're trying to be a good man. We trying to have her and her girlfriends and her homegirls be like, "Ooh, girl, that's a good man right there. You got you a good man, girl. He go to work. We trying to be the good man. So we never ever really tell you what the fuck we want because we too busy trying to
make
field all the
y'all
requests.
niggas
Like,
happy.
oh shit, wash the car, fill the car with gas, take you to dinner, get my hair cut, go to the gym, keep my job. Like it's just you filled in so many requests that at the end of the day it's like, oh shit.
That shit is draining.
Yeah, and then it's
And then you low key start to resent the person that you with because in some ways, unfortunately, people aren't taught how to show appreciation for other people.
Okay.
And so when you feel as a black man, sometimes I think if you feel like you're not appreciated for all the work that you're doing to at least attempt to make somebody else happy, hoping that their happiness, or at least seeing their happiness makes you happy, and you go, damn, this shit is empty as hell. And they not appreciating it, well, fuck everybody.
Yeah.
And then there's that riff of, well, damn, I can't stand your ass because you don't like anything I'm doing. And then on the flip side is, well, shit, you keep doing this, but go keep doing more. And be like, I can only do so much. I'm human.
Okay.
And
that's
I
one of
think-
the first things my father told me when I like became a man. He was like, look, being a man is a thankless job. Like, don't ever look for a thank you. Like, throw that shit in the trash right now. All that like, oh, good job, you did, throw that away. He was like, throw your praise away right now. You better find another way to stroke your ego because women are never going to tell you good job.
So, is that what you guys look for?
I
Like,
think we
is it
all
what
need
you-
it though.
I think
we all need it. I think that's why you put
everybody
that
looks
dress
for it.
on and you want to be told like, damn, babe, like perfect example. That's why that meme. You ever see the memes that be on Instagram that be like, when a nigga trying to get you, he leaving emojis and shit all up under the pictures, and then once he get you, he blind
He
all of
don't
a
do that no
sudden.
more. Yeah.
like that's why that is because you want that. You want the nigga to be under the thing with 100 emojis and all of that.
Yeah.
You need that. That's that positive reinforcement, and that's why you whether you realize it or not, like Instagram is cheating. To me, Instagram is cheating. That's why my girl is blocked on my Instagram. I don't want to see.
Oh, I
nothing
don't
you
like
do.
to follow.
No, I don't
nobody.
not only follow.
fucking-
Like
yeah.
I will block. I block her. She's completely blocked because to me, we're like it's condoned cheating.
Okay.
In reality, it's condoned cheating because this is what it is for me. I consider cheating letting anybody do for you, like anytime I let a woman repair my manhood, I cheated on my girl. Now think about that. Anytime you let another woman repair your manhood, you cheated on your girl, bro.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying with
get
that?
I get what you're saying.
Like if you and your girl have an argument and she's like, Mark, you get on my fucking nerves, Joe. I hate how you dress, da 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 da. And then you go to the bar and like you be like, fuck that shit, I'm about to get dressed and shit. Like you get dressed and you go out and
Yeah.
some chick is like, damn, you look nice tonight. You like, oh shit, yeah, like bitch, I look nice.
So you cheated.
I
right
cheated.
then
You
and there.
cheated. You cheated to me because that gave you something that like it's supposed to be, you know, like
Yeah.
a compliment is just supposed to be like a thank you. But when I think niggas start to, that's the same as cheating to me. That's the same exact thing to me. So I feel like that's what Instagram is doing. Like
So is
especially
that
when
the-
you,
So does it come down to the intent or is it just the act overall?
I
Because
think
if,
it's
like
the-
if you get dressed,
I think it's the act. I think because I don't think it's the intent because I think you can subconsciously do some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
It's like you ever cheating after you nut, you come down, you like, oh shit.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Shit. The haze is gone. You be like, oh shit, God damn. I can't take that back. Like you never, you've
No.
never went to. You're
I've-
lying.
I've-
You're
I've-
like, you might not have had sex, but you did something where you went to. You gave somebody a number or something, just being caught up in the moment. And it's just like, oh shit, I didn't. This
hell
nigga
yeah.
can text
People
me
do
now.
that shit when
Fuck.
they single. You're like,
Fuck.
ooh,
Yeah, it's just it's
that one ain't said one worth a damn.
that's the problem with the Me Too movement. It's too many. Like it's just buyer's remorse. It's a lot of women sucking dick and getting buyer's remorse. Like people do that in certain situations, and then afterwards you don't like it, and then you can blame he raped me. No, you didn't. You just didn't like that you sucked his dick when you got to the car. Like you realized how chubby he was and all of that stuff. Like that's all it was. That's what it is.
Oh my
And I think that's
God.
just certain stuff in life. Like you just get the buyer's remorse of like, oh fuck, I just went too far. But you just needed something in that moment. Like people need something in that moment. Like as a woman, anybody ever seen that episode of what is the show? Black Mass or the show? I'm sorry, yeah,
Black Mirror?
Black Mirror, where the dude plays video games with his homeboy and he's
yes,
gay.
yes.
Okay,
Yes,
have you ever seen that one?
I haven't seen that one.
Okay, so the guy, they were all roommates. So it was a guy, his wife, and his homeboy. They were roommates in college and shit. And then the girl, they fall in love, and then the other roommate eventually, they move in together. The other roommate eventually leaves. But the guy was always in love with the other guy. And so he bought this video game where it was like a VR game, and you can fully interactive, and you can go in as two different people. And what happened was he bought it for his homeboy on his birthday, and then they had sex in the video game. And then they started to go like that. But his wife, who was just deeply madly in love with him because she just wasn't getting attention, and she just went to the bar and just took the ring off one night, just guy.
Because there was
How you
a
doing?
dude that kept like seeing her.
Hey,
And the
how
first
you
time she
doing?
rejected him.
Rejected him. Hey, how you doing? Just oh no, I'm married. No, but that felt good though.
Yeah.
To be seen,
Uh-huh.
to know somebody was like, you're like, oh shit. So you go back.
Yeah.
And that's what it is sometimes. We all need something.
Especially if we're lacking it in our relationship.
Like a motherfucker. So that first time you post that picture in that dress on Instagram and you get like 100 likes for the first time, you're like, wait a minute.
9 times out of 10 you go wear the outfit like in 2 weeks
Maybe.
again.
No, not even that. But she's gonna post that picture again though. That picture is
To
gonna
get
get
the same
posted.
amount of
It might not
attention.
be the same dress, but it's gonna be another moment where she's gonna like,
Yeah.
bitch, let me just. You're gonna throw it out there. It's like guys, we do the same thing. First time a nigga like work out and he post that gym pic, like and he get the.
Oh yeah.
It's
Little
a wrap.
models, y'all be in the mirrors.
It's a wrap. Like it's just he's done. He's posting. The next thing you know, he's got the sweatpants and the gray sweatpants, and he's in the mirror and he's positioning his dick. It's just everybody does it. Everybody does it. But to me, that's a little bit like getting something from somewhere that's not really. It's not real, and that in turn starts to affect your relationship. Like we've seen plenty of relationships be anything that can infect your relationship. And when I say infects, like I literally mean like it brings toxicity to it, which more times than not, those things that we get from social media due to our relationship, it's a cheating thing to me. It brings no positivity to it.
And going back to your question to Bree, as far as vulnerable versus being submissive, I think overall black men, black women we don't know how to be vulnerable. But we sure as hell was taught what submission was. Which
But I think that's the problem, is that we've been taught it for too long and we've been taught it the wrong way.
oh yeah, like I will admit, as I've gotten older in the last couple of years, like there's a lot of shit that I realized that when I was younger that I was taught. I'm like, damn, I was taught some fucked up stuff. Like I
Yeah.
really need to unlearn it and build, not from scratch, but like kind of do some things over. So it's just been a natural growth and process. But yeah, no, like backtracking, like ooh.
No, to me, I think all this shit is fucked up. Like, everything we know as young black people, like, we have to break. To me, I know people going to look at me crazy how much time we got, because this is going to need some context.
We got an hour.
Okay, cool. The crack epidemic was the greatest and worst thing that ever happened to black people. Take a second and let that sink in. I know everybody's going to fuck me up for this. The crack epidemic was the best and worst thing that happened to black people.
I really wasn't
Niggas
there
want me to
around
explain
time.
that.
Oh yeah,
No, you were. That's what I want you to understand, though. You were.
Okay.
But I want you trickle down economics. Like, it's the trickle down effects of the crack epidemic. So how old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay, cool. I'm 29. How old are you, Mark?
28.
All right. So this is my thing. We grew up in a time that that a lot of our peers were raised by grandparents. Why was that?
Because their parents was out.
If you are between the ages of 19 and 30 and 30 maybe 35
I would say
and you was
35.
and you was raised by your grandparents, your parents was out here lit. Like, your parents was really turning the fuck up.
Yeah.
But when you're raised by grandma and grandpa, they spend all their time raising your mama your daddy and your aunties and uncles who just said fuck it. So when they got to take care of you now, only thing they can really do is make sure that you got clothes and food and a roof over your head.
Yeah.
They can't really be like, do your hair every morning, and they gonna come out to the porch, get back in this house, and you gonna be like, no, grandma. She gonna be like, that girl crazy, and gonna walk back in the house.
The voice, though.
It's not gonna be a whole lot of like chasing you down the street, beating your ass, coming up to the school. Your grandma's just gonna pray and be stressed. So when that happens, that's just the truth. And so when that happens, a lot of what we had to learn was on our own. We had to relearn stuff. So that's just like now, girls your age don't perm their hair.
Oh no.
You know why? The era of getting perms, y'all missed that from y'all mamas. A lot of girls' mamas wasn't there, and their grandmamas didn't have the time to do their hair. So you know what they figured out? They was, I'm gonna do my hair myself. And with that wasn't no perms. That wasn't something that you learned was okay, or you learned it for somebody that was a little bit older than you. Just the same way men get the negative of the big homie on the block. It's like, man, you gotta fuck these bitches, and do, like, you get that from women too. You get positive and negative. It's the yin and yang. It's the food and liquor of the universe.
Yeah.
You get that too. So I think for girls like that, it was like, oh, that motherly generation of the perm being handed down from like great grandmother to grandmother to daughter, like that was broken because mothers weren't there.
Right.
A lot of shit that so happened to be like deadbeat father antics and things that were like toxic masculinity coming forward wasn't there because a lot of men weren't around. So some men, they just was like, some men were what they seen. But now if you look at this generation of men, there's so many of us that are so big on fatherhood, like huge on it.
Yes.
This generation of men now are so big on being fathers that it's kind of like, not ridiculous. Like, it's a beautiful thing to see, but it's like, damn, where did this boom come from? And a lot of it came from just that missing era right there. And I
Okay.
think that's why it was a good thing, because with that missing era, we missed a lot of stuff, but we also broke a lot of things that didn't need to be handed down anymore. A lot of things that really were just slave culture that were handed down from just great grandmother to, like, because when we look at it, civil rights bill was signed in when? 1960, 63? My pops was born in 64. He was born, like,
Damn.
it was, think about that, nigga. Like, before that, you still couldn't use a fountain. And before, like, slavery is only 2 generations old, my nigga. Like, my grandmother picks cotton.
Wait, what?
Still?
No, nigga, what? What the fuck?
You said she picks.
No, picked.
Oh.
Like, she, like, you know what
I
I'm
was
saying?
like,
Like,
what?
plantations and shit. So,
Okay.
I think that's a lot of our bad traits just handed down. And I think we broke that when we had that absent generation. So, I think now is a time where we're seeing more ideas of our own come into form. And I think that's why we, like, I don't know. We seeing different, and Fantasia even touched on it. We trying to be something we never seen before with her and her husband.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we've never seen it. It's just like, and I think that's why that thinking is even there now. Is that we have to change it and we have to be different. It's just because it was a lot of things in our life we're not realizing that we made up on our own. Nobody told us, or somebody told us, and we was like, fuck that. That sounds stupid. Or like, look at y'all did that, and look where y'all at.
Yeah.
And it's
So is that how you? Because I know you're in a relationship. Do y'all live together?
no, not right now.
Y'all don't live together.
No,
Okay.
no.
But if y'all did, do you expect her to be submissive? In
No,
a
we have.
relationship?
We have.
Okay.
It's
well,
just it's like my mom's a sick, so I have to move back home. My mom. And help her. That's just
Okay.
what it is. Let me just say it and be done with it.
okay.
So no, I don't expect that. Like I don't come from that. That's weird to me. Like I told you, my girl mean as shit.
Yeah.
Like so I like mean women. Like you have to be a strong woman and like that's what I know. That was my mother. My mother has 5 sisters. My like I have all women on my family. I have 9 women. I have no men biologically on my mother's side of the family.
Damn.
So yeah, it's literally like 9 aunts and my grandmother. So it's yeah, it's all strong women, all female dynamics that are all over the place. So for me, no, I don't expect you to be.
So you think of it as like equals, like
100%. It
equal
has
in
to be
a
equal
relationship.
because I don't want somebody I have to backpack.
Yeah.
Like I cannot have that. I cannot have somebody who is dependent on me, like just fucking. Where we gonna eat, babe? Oh, babe, where should I turn? Oh, babe, when do you want me to? No, just do it. Just go do it. Go get some food. We eat the same things. We just go do it.
Yeah.
I hate that. Oh, I just God.
I was talking to
fucking-
somebody about like just like thinking about if you was married. It's different when you're in a relationship or you're just dating somebody, and then it's different when you're married to somebody. I think it kind of changes because
I think you should model your dating after your marriage. Like that's my whole point. Is that I hate when people. What's the point of practice? A relationship is just practice for marriage.
it is practice. Yeah.
So if you're not, can you imagine if a nigga all day, if somebody took you to practice all week and was like, all right, we got to kick this soccer ball through this goal, and then Saturday you got to the game and it was a basketball game? You would be
You'd
like,
be
what the
mad.
fuck was we practicing? Why was we practicing soccer? We playing basketball, nigga.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, because practice and game is 2 different things. 2 different things.
And
No,
that
you
part was
practice
more
for what
fun
you're
than
doing.
this.
Yeah.
You're like, yo.
No, you practice for what the fuck you're doing. So I think you model. Anytime you're dating somebody, you should be testing them for marriage.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what
of
the fuck
course,
it is.
yeah.
Period. Like I'm testing you for the rest of my life. I'm not dating nobody who I don't have time just for the fucking around. I'm finna be 30. Like we dating to be fucking married. Me and my girl, I'm looking to get married.
That's
goddamn
good
it.
that you think like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't.
No, I don't just want to hang out. Like I'm too old to be hanging out. I got gray hair in my beard. I can't just be hanging out with bitches. Fuck, I look like.
What you think, Mark?
No, I mean, I totally agree with him, though. Like, I mean, the last relationship I had was over a year ago. I mean, did that last long? No, but at the same time, too, I was also on a different wavelength than her because she was younger than me.
Okay.
And I totally understood the area in life that she was in. So when we broke up, I was like, I get it. You still want to do certain things. Cool. Go do that. I didn't feel offended by it.
Okay.
What makes you date younger than you?
That was my first like time ever doing it.
You've
What-
never
what
dated
make-
younger than you?
It's not a habit.
No, not seriously.
Like seriously?
Not serious date. Like we might have like.
Why not?
I don't think I was against it. I just think I never found a younger woman that was like, yo,
Like mature enough.
yeah, like you really okay. So for me, I usually date much older. I've never even dated like my girl is like 6 months older than me, but that's still the youngest I've ever seriously dated somebody. Aside from that, it's been like I've dated 40 and like things like that
Oh,
in my
wow.
early 20s.
Yeah, I've always dated older.
Yeah, I've dated women who've had kids my age. So
Oh wow.
yeah, I've dated. Yeah, I've dated women
Oh,
who
that's
had kids.
interesting.
Yeah, just because.
I was gonna say the most of like everybody prior to her that I've dated was always older than me.
Yeah.
And
So that's what makes me wonder what made with her. Like, what was she that?
like when she presented herself, like in the manner in which she did, is like, okay, I'm gonna give you a shot.
Because that affects the dynamics, and that goes back to me what I think with the Fantasia thing. I think age and certain that affects the dynamics, and that affects what somebody identifies as a gender role. It affects so many different things in that relationship. Because
Age.
young girls' mindset,
Yeah.
they be like, I can't have one man. I can't have
Yeah.
what? No. What
Age
you doing?
does
He
play a
my
big
friend. You be
part.
like, bitch, you fucking him. He my friend. What you talk? We friends. You be like, nah, this is a weird. Like all these things kind of go. So I always wonder, like when guys date younger, women date older, like women date younger. How does the dynamic? Because even me, I've been a younger man, and women have. I'm like, how the fuck do you deal with me?
Yeah, I've legit asked women that too. To be like, why the hell you still keep me around? I've legit asked some of them that,
Yeah.
and their answers are varied.
Wait, one more time.
I've asked like women that I've dated that are older than me, like I've legit asked them to their face, like, why the hell you keeping me around?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I just want to know, like,
When you date an old man, you never asked him like, what do you like about me?
Yeah. Of
And like,
course.
what is it? Is it always just like, oh, you so much, like you just.
They say that I'm so mature,
Yeah.
and you don't even act your age, and I mean, I don't even think about it, and you know,
You're like, yeah,
Stuff like
right.
that.
Everybody think about it.
Yeah, you can't not think about it because I think about it.
older men just like to manipulate.
But that's what I'm saying. I think it's older people, like older women, I think too, because to me, when I look at the dynamics of some of the older women I've dated, not all of them, but some of them I've dated, it's kind of like, oh, wait.
Like you. Like,
This
I'm
is
just-
a weird dynamic.
I'm only here to
It's a little-
serve you really one purpose.
No,
Yeah.
not even. And that's weird. Yeah, to serve. I mean, everybody's serving a purpose at some fucking
Yeah,
body.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
But the purpose that you're serving, like the
Yes.
the dynamic and how you look at. Oh shit, my knees. My knees, y'all. I just think that's like I always wonder, like what is the thing? What is
Yeah.
it?
What
Because
is
to
it?
me is if you knew, like if you met me in a place that contextually can say my age, that
Mhm.
you know, like if we met in a club.
Like the GS.
Yeah, to me, the GS is like, it's like purgatory though.
What the hell is the GS?
The
It's-
GS,
it's
the
a-
Game
it's
Sports.
Game Sports is a lounge in
Lounge.
Inglewood.
You never been there?
Manchester.
Uh-uh.
Nah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
don't go.
Ooh, I was there. I went on Taco Tuesday.
See, that's what I'm saying. But that's a place where it's like you're looking to kind of be. You're looking to kind of be
I
pounced
get-
on.
I got you.
You looking to kind of be. See,
Looking
did
for
you-
a sugar daddy.
Yeah, you looking to get your light bill paid. You looking for somebody in one of them old niggas in a linen suit. You just
Hey,
like that's what you're looking for. You go to the
Yeah.
GS for me, but like I feel like in some places that like if you're 50 and you meet somebody 21 in Playhouse, you were on the prowl, bro.
Yeah.
That's some
Yeah.
predator shit to me.
Yeah.
Now if it's like we work together, we share a mutual environment. This is a coworker that I didn't just never, and we just end up vibing and.
Yeah.
We was in the same environment. Like we did the same thing. We have the
Yeah.
same job. It wasn't nothing like that they had to call me Mr. or Mrs. We was on a first name basis. It was nothing that was blurring that line. We were equals. Then that's kind of acceptable to me. But when you kind of go backwards to somewhere that you're out, like you're outside of your area, that to me is just that's no good. I don't like that. That's when you're doing
So you're not dating younger.
no.
Y'all not dating younger.
Nah.
I like-
And even
I'm
then,
always
I'm
like
not
older.
going to get. I'm like a younger woman has to convince me. Like I've dealt with younger women. Don't
I've
get me
tried to
wrong.
date younger.
I've tried
It don't
to,
work.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, and it's just one of those things where it's like, we cool, you just don't have enough life yet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I won't fully cancel. Like I got homegirls and stuff. We would go kick it and do.
Now
it
I
was-
gotta keep people within the age range because I
Yeah.
feel like we don't have nothing in common. Like if I date too much older, I'm like we don't have nothing. Like what do we have?
I was daddy. Like I understood that with like the younger women I dated. I was daddy.
Okay.
Like so, I understood that. Like I'm not gonna even like act like I wasn't.
I
I
was
knew
daddy.
I was daddy, just straight up. I never stopped them from dating nobody. More times than not, they would come to me like, "Oh, this nigga is stressing me. Why do niggas do this?" And I would be like, "Yo, this, and this." And
Yeah.
like I knew I wasn't trying to love you to death, boo. But this
You
not-
weren't taking it to
I'm
the
not
promised
finna
land.
be
Hey,
marrying
I wasn't
you.
finna take you home to me and my grandmama. Like, I love you. You're a great person. You're an amazing sweetheart. I'm getting you ready for the next dude. That's it. This college. I'm gonna get you drafted and you're gonna go off and have a great life. But
So let me ask y'all a question. I've been wanting to talk about this with some men.
all right, let's do
What's
it.
happening?
Splitting the bills, rent, who pays the bills, all of that.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I wanted to talk about that because I feel like that's always like brought up in the conversation. Like who pays the rent? Who, does that? And it goes back to that. But who do y'all think? Who is?
Are we talking like dinner? Or are we talking rent? Like we got an apartment, a house.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about rent, a house.
So we talking
Nah,
like-
we just like bills. It's half and half.
Yeah.
half and half. Okay.
Or I mean, if somebody says, "Hey," I mean, even if you go based on potentially salary, whatever the fuck that means. Like, if you go based on that, somebody can say, "Hey, I'm gonna take care of X, Y, and Z," and somebody say, "I take care of whatever." Like, I mean, as
Okay.
long as both of y'all are in agreement with it,
Yeah, and you working as a team.
But I think
Handle
you
your
skip
business.
that. I think you skip that by going, "Hey, we're gonna go find a place that I can go half on." Like if you want to make a person feel like you want to make your partner feel valid, feel 100%. Like, hey, let's get a place that you can still go half on with me. It's things that are like, yo, this is an acceptable, nice place that we can live. Like my girl, literally, she makes more than me. Like just flat out, like twice as much as me, and I make damn good money. Like,
Yeah.
and she just makes better.
that's cool.
Okay.
And so, it's one of those things though. It's still like a half and half. Like, excuse me. I almost died.
Don't die, please.
Nah, you good. It's never like we're exhausting. The lifestyle that I can still go half on does not. It's not one that diminishes hers at all. And I think that's a part of the compromise. I make sure I make enough money that I can pay half for a lifestyle that will not make you feel like you're coming down.
Right.
And I give you the chance to be able to like accommodate that.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I don't get too extravagant with my life. Like if I make more than twice, like double my girl, I'm not gonna be like, well, we got to get a place that's $5,000 a month, knowing that I know she only make $2,500 a month.
Yeah.
That's gonna be her whole fucking check to go half with me. So I'm not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
We can still go find a place that is only half or a cool little amount of her salary that I can feel comfortable in and feel like I'm living the quality of life that I want to live. I think that's the compromise in for me that makes my situation like the half and half thing. That's why I always go with that. Is that I'm not dating nobody that's gonna make me go that far down for they half.
Well, shit. I mean, that even goes to a joke Chris Rock made like some years ago. Like, women don't downgrade lifestyle. They don't.
But I don't think.
In the joke that he used like very loosely, it was like he started off with like girls in high school, like, oh, first you dating a nigga with a car. Now you ain't never catching the bus again to go see a dude.
Yeah.
And then you meet a dude who finally got his own spot. And a car.
Mm-hmm.
And a dude with a job plus a car and his own spot.
Mm-hmm.
Then a dude who start taking you on trips.
But why don't men do that though? Why don't men do that?
Why don't men do that?
Yeah.
As far as like, why don't men go backwards in lifestyle?
No, why do men go back? Like, why don't we decide that we gonna like, yo, we gonna upgrade too? Like, I'm not dating
Nobody who's not on my level.
Yeah. Or even like, why don't men? Why is it? Can I ask? Okay, I'm gonna ask both of you guys. Why don't men drop women, and why is it so bad for a man to drop a woman? Because it's a man. Because for women all the time, y'all upgrade.
Yeah.
You look at somebody like the ultimate, like we look at Lori Harvey, but if y'all look at her mama, if y'all go back and look at Marjorie, Marjorie is the ultimate city girl, hot girl summer. Like,
there's stories about her.
She is a lot of
dated
stories.
a nigga drug dealer. He went to jail, then dated his cousin who was a drug dealer. Like, she's always been around a 6-figure nigga. So when we look at that, if we look at somebody like the nigga, what's the dude who what's your man's that was the felon that got the rich bitch pregnant with the eyes, the light skinned nigga?
Oh,
Jeremy.
I know yeah.
Jeremy,
him.
him.
Yeah, him. Okay.
What
the
about
model
him?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Jesse Williams? Everybody like, oh, Jesse
He
Williams.
upgraded?
He dropped his girl and he dropped his wife and started dating all. What about that? So?
Shit, Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Drop his girl, got with Sierra.
I
Win to
mean,
him.
I think
That's a win for him.
Yeah, but I mean, why do we Sierra? Everybody look at Sierra won. Russell done bought the rights. He take care of Lil Future. He got $300 million. He bought the mama a house. He just the perfect man. Again, right there, the perfect man. Ooh, girl, the perfect man. That's why niggas be looking at Russ like you corny, bro. Cause it's impossible that you that fucking happy doing all that. It's impossible. It's fucking impossible.
Why?
Cause we know 5 niggas that's dated Sierra before this. Get the fuck out of my face.
Your face.
Bitch couldn't keep Bow Wow happy. Now she got $300 million worth of dick that she just keeping in great. No, that's not how it works.
Right.
You can't handle the Bow Wow challenge dick. You can't handle $300 million dick. You can't. You what the?
I think she can handle it.
I think nigga got low expectations. I think Russ got cheated on by a white woman. And anything now is just better than it.
I think
that's what we forgot. That's what we forget. Russ got cheated on by a white woman when he was a millionaire. That's what the fuck happened to Russ. That's why Russ divorced his first wife. And nigga Russ didn't discover black women was the greatest thing on earth. That white woman broke that nigga heart. And what he did, he ran all the way to the opposite side of the tracks. And that was black women.
Sierra.
There you go. So for all the black women that just like, oh, Russell got him a black woman. No, that little white girl ran off of half of Russ money and cheated on him too. And now
allegedly with one of his teammates. Allegedly.
And so yeah.
So you saying he lowered his standards to be with?
That's not lowering. That's not lowering the standards.
Okay.
What it is that you go to the opposite. You do the complete opposite of what you had. That's just like if you date a tall light skinned dude who got a whole bunch of bitches and he drove a Camaro and all that shit and he cheated on you, and then so now what you gonna do is you're gonna date a short, fat, dark skinned dude who drive a Taurus. He drive a Ford Taurus and he worked at a chicken shack and he always smell like chicken. He don't like work out or do nothing. He don't got like, you're gonna date the polar opposite.
Okay.
The polar fucking opposite. And that's just how it works. That's why people always go through that stage of like it's just weird how dynamic like of the breakup bounce back work.
Yeah.
Because you get that guy, you date the guy that's like the polar opposite, but then he's the polar opposite in everything though, including like his ambition and how many people like what. Nobody wants him because he's not worth anything. So you're making the safe pick there, but in 6 months you're gonna look up, you're gonna hate yourself, and you're gonna once you're out of that phase and you're back to your normal self, and you got your confidence back, and you're no longer jaded from relationships. You're gonna look up and be like, this nigga can't dress, girl. He don't work out. He fat. Like, what was I doing?
I can't relate to that.
Now, it might not literally be that, but it's some
Yeah.
niggas that after a nigga that you really, really liked, if you go back and look at it, you be like, I gave
Like, yo,
I gave
like,
Devon a chance and he didn't deserve one.
Sometimes y'all rebounds be like, what the
The
fuck?
rebounds be fucked up.
And then as soon as you're done with them, you go back to what you really want.
Yeah.
Mm.
You want all right, let me do this for you real quick.
Okay.
You want to do it for a nigga? Ask the nigga who was the girl you dated before your baby mama. Ask a nigga that. And that's when you'll find out. Ask a nigga who was the girl you dated before your baby mama.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Cause let me tell you what happened. Nigga be in love with a girl and she be like, or it's like you be cheating and you not ready yet. So your baby mama's the side chick who just been kicking and she just been accepting the fact that you had a girl and you was doing your shit, woo woo woo. And then your girl finally get tired of you cheating and fucking around, and so she break up with you. And then you got this convenient pussy that don't never ever be tripping. She let you come and go as you please, blah blah blah. And you get comfortable and you just leave it in one day, and then 9 months later, and then you hate her. And you hate it because 9 months after that you've awoken from your slumber of like, I don't want to slum it no more.
This sounds like a story. Like
No, I just
It's a story that a lot of dudes.
that's a dude's story though. Like
That's
mad niggas be like, it's fucking bitch. I was dating. And,
Like no,
Yeah.
he got a point though. Like a lot of baby moms is like the rebound chick.
Yeah.
they are, yeah.
Yeah,
That
same
was-
thing.
that
with
was
a lot
just
of,
there.
Same thing. That's what a lot of women. You would be surprised how many chicks I've dated that like 6 months later I see them and they pregnant. They be like, this should have been your baby. We should. Like, yeah. Don't act like
You know what though?
Don't act like I was about to say.
I've actually had a guy like he got somebody I know pregnant, and he was like, "Well, I only did that because you didn't want me." So that was basically.
I know,
the-
girl. Like, man, I know women do the same thing. Women have homegirls that's why the dude and the dude who later on be the nigga who give you the pamper money and let you. That's the nigga that been around. He been around. That was supposed to be. Don't act like it, Bree. Stop it. You got homegirls that's like, this Jamal baby Lamar do so much. Like this. You have it. Stop it. You a great friend though. You a great friend. You keep your circle real tight because
Yeah.
everybody has those. Everybody has it. It's okay though.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, niggas just like niggas got homeboys. That's like they got such strict requirements, but it's always one chick that's like, nigga, she got a boyfriend and she be getting fucked by you. Like, but still, it's just different, bro. That's just my like, you know what I'm saying? That's just my girl. Like like it happens. Everybody got a soft spot for somebody.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's some nigga right now that you fuck with so hard who got a girlfriend and you just be waiting. You be like, oh, Donald, just Donald, but the girl Donald different. Donald is my like. Everybody got. That's just it. It's Donald. You know, Donald got a girl. He happy with her, and they get into an argument. Donald call you like, this bitch tripping. You be like, I know. You know, you just gonna look. See, there it was. There it was.
Nah, my situation different though. He don't got a girlfriend, but like,
I seen the memes. He not my man. He not my man. He not my man. He not my man.
that's not my nigga. That's not my nigga.
That's not my nigga. Come on,
Everybody do it.
it's so many it's only so many dynamics and stories and things in life that you can't run from it. Like we all are. At some point, you're gonna run into it. You're gonna be the thing.
You gonna be that person
Yeah.
for somebody,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just
whichever
it.
side of the spectrum it may be. You
That's
just
just
gonna
it.
be it.
Yeah, you gotta tell everybody that. Like I be telling young niggas, like everybody. An old nigga told me this. He was like, the moment you accept that everybody's like every new chick you get is somebody old bitch, you'll be fine. Like for every bad bitch you meet, it's a nigga tired of fucking her.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like I had to understand that shit. Like I had to understand that shit on both sides. Like being a nigga who had a bad bitch, like this bitch, that bitch get out my face. Some old
irritating.
Yeah, some old head nigga like, boy, she about to go to the gas station. Some young nigga about to swoop up on. I'm like, what? I'm like, nah, I got that on like.
No,
you just
you
you
think-
realize, yeah. Every bad bitch, nigga tired of fucking her. She gonna post a picture on Instagram in that club dress and get 100 likes.
Yep.
And it's gonna be the exact cycle that it's all a cycle, man. All that shit is a cycle. All of it. All of
And
it.
everybody just trying to get
Yeah.
yours.
That night you want some attention from Donald. Donald don't answer. What you do, you post a pic on Instagram, you get 100 likes, and then Donald see it, and then Donald get mad, and then Donald like it's all that
Oh,
cycle.
I've done that
bro.
a lot.
See?
I just said it earlier, but that's that confidence booster
You're
like
supposed
that.
to be seen, okay?
See, but that's you're not doing it, but you're not. That's the difference, though. It's where does that come from, though? Where does that come from? Are you really just taking a picture like, oh, I look nice tonight? Let me just. No.
I do. Most of the time, I do.
Let me tell you something.
'Cause I be feeling
Niggas can
myself
look
like
at
I'm
the.
cute.
That's
But it's
different.
not necessarily for nobody. But sometimes, if I know
It's
somebody's
not.
gonna
It's for
look,
you. It's for you.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's always for you.
Mm-hmm.
But why is it for you though? It's like when somebody be like, "I'm gonna get something to eat." Are you eating because you hungry, or are you just eating to be eating?
I'm eating because I'm hungry.
All right. I don't know what's the right answer to that. It's no right or no wrong answer. It's whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever you create.
Yeah.
But I just think that sometimes we have to stop and be like, "Why the fuck am I posting this?" Like that's why I very rarely post shit, or I don't post nothing at all. Actually,
Yeah, you actually.
I don't post anything.
I've never seen you post anything.
That's myself and my son, just so people know it's not a spam page. But I don't care. I don't care because it's not, to me, the internet and all that stuff is not real. So I don't.
Oh, you was just saying that, weren't you?
Yeah, that shit-
It's not a real place, man. It's not
that
real
shit
at
is
all.
La La Land to the
Yeah.
10th degree.
Like gratification from niggas. Like
It
I
just
hate
affects
to see
everything. It affects our relationships. It just affects just so
it
much.
does, and
like,
it's empty calories. It's empty calories for
It
real.
is.
It's like food. It's like if you in the world, like when I say food and liquor, I look at like the human, like life and everything is a body. Like Lupe Fiasco.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when you eat, or your intakes, food and liquor, it's things that are good for you, and it's things that you're just doing like, this is not no good for me, but it's gonna help me in life have fun. To me, I think like Instagram and the internet and all that is a liquor. That is,
it is a liquor.
Yeah, it's
wow,
just like,
that's great. I like that comparison.
yeah, it helps me have fun, but it's empty though. It don't do nothing for my body.
Yeah.
And then you be having regrets about this shit the next day. You be
Yeah.
like, fuck, I posted that shit.
Not even that. Like you
Sometimes, yeah.
sometimes sometimes with
Sometimes.
certain things, but for me, I hate to see certain, like, you ever see your broke friend under people pictures like grind time, grind season, get that bag shit. You be like, what?
Get the money.
You be like, you're poor. You're not even broke, you're poor. Nigga, like, no, I hate that. Like, just imaginary lives. Like the homie, you know, ain't got no car. All of a sudden, he's sitting in at the driver's seat of a Maybach with the door open. Like, niggas didn't understand my dream. Like, you just, man,
nigga,
nobody
you-
hated your dreams. Nobody told you not to chase your dreams, nigga.
What real spot let you walk up in that bitch?
Yeah, like, it's just, I
Take the picture.
hate that. I hate that. So that's why, to
Or-
me, it's just one of those places that I don't need to be there. I don't need what it offers me.
Or-
I have that naturally.
When niggas be stunting talking about so linked up with
Oh, my
linked up with big
God.
homie. You be like, nigga, you know damn well you
That
don't
is
know
such a
him.
big homie.
Oh, I
Wait,
hate that. When
wait,
niggas go to
wait,
South
wait.
by Southwest to go to Complex Con or something, you run into
Or some random shit. You be like,
ran into Bun B. He said he fucking with me. He said he
Oh,
keep
my
grind-
God.
Oh, you be like, dog.
like,
See my nigga, like, just shut up.
like, that ain't your nigga.
I just seen a post too. Somebody posted with a celebrity and was like, "Oh, the homie, like
Yeah.
he do not know you. You asked for that."
Or like
picture."
when that one picture, every birthday for that celebrity or everything that come up for that
Yeah.
celebrity, they post that one picture and be like, yo, my nigga, I seen you grinding from nothing. You be like, dog, that's one picture out of car wash that you took with this nigga. You don't know him. Like, everybody had a Nipsey picture. Like, the Nipsey
Yeah.
picture, rest in peace, he was such a humble soul and sweet. Like, no, bro. Don't
I
do
seen
this.
somebody post something like that, and it was like years ago. It was like when
He didn't even have a beard yet. Like, yeah, he just
It was like 2010.
come on, bro. And so, that's why I don't take pictures with people, because
Yeah.
I don't want nobody to do that for me when I die or anything happens. Just like, oh, my nigga, I don't want nobody to have no pictures of me. You don't have no pictures with me. That's how niggas know the people who I fuck with gonna have a picture with me. TJ gonna have a picture, and certain niggas, but other people ain't gonna be able to say they knew me. Like, nah,
For sure.
because you didn't. You seen me a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I hate that shit. That's why Instagram is just the worst place. It's just so
the
much.
fake ass flex. You be like,
Just like, and I know y'all real lives too. That bothers me so much. You know
Oh,
a person's
yeah.
real life,
Oh,
and
like
you're
kinda-
just like, you doing this? We doing this today?
I don't post much either.
Yeah. you don't.
Do I don't? Do I?
Anybody who says they don't post much to me, I'm gonna laugh at.
Why?
By my standard of not posting a lot. When I think of not posting a lot, I think of me. Nigga, I literally have 2 pictures
Yeah.
on my Instagram. So when somebody who has 160 posts be like, oh, I don't post a lot.
I got like 20.
Yeah, I just laugh. Like, oh, all right. That's still 10 times more than what I
Well,
have.
I
in
post a lot
reality.
on my stories.
Yeah, see, okay.
Yeah, my
I will
story.
occasionally do like a story thing just to show, like, just to show up on people's shit. Like,
Yeah.
Just every once in a while, a little meme. I think that's funny or something. Or if I'm out, you know, do the little drink thing. You know, you cheers the glass and stuff.
Oh,
You
yeah,
I
with
like
the
those.
boomerang.
I like the boomerang.
The little clink.
I'm a boomerang. I get my boomerangs on. Them is good right there.
Hey,
I like those.
So
Yeah, I like
since we
those.
since we talk about social media,
Let's do
how do you feel about the car ride wisdom people? Depending on who the source is.
What
you know what? To
mean?
me, entertainment. Oh, like the people that be in the car, like they dashboard and they be like,
Yeah, they
you
be
gotta
out-
follow
they-
your dreams.
they
Don't
be
let no
following
haters
that
tell.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like they just going. You be like,
Oh, okay. They in the car and okay, yeah.
yeah.
I don't
Okay.
mind it. I get entertainment from it either way. Like to me, people's ignorance and like inexperience is entertaining to me at the same time.
I don't like it because I feel like everybody's trying to be this momotivational. Like, unless you have like,
Yeah, but you can motivate people for different things. Like you might motivate me to laugh at you. That might be what I
I
need
mean,
that day.
yeah, but
Because it's really things that I be seeing people be thinking they be really like spitting some game and teaching somebody some shit with that it makes me laugh so hard. And I have to send it to like my friends and shit and be like, yo, this just changed my day. So I'm going to send it to y'all because this nigga's stupid. Or this bitch is an idiot.
But I feel like they don't even use that in their own life. Like
That's
Most
what makes
def-
it so much funnier to
that
me.
does make it funny.
Yeah, like that
you
just
don't
makes it.
even use this.
But most niggas
That's
Like
what
that.
makes
Who
it
was
so-
that one dude, Derek Jackson? The
Sure.
one, the black
I know
guy
who
who
that
always
is.
giving relationship advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
Would you know him or something? Like he don't be living up to that shit?
no, I don't know, but I know he doesn't have a girl.
Oh.
Like what?
But
what
that's
you
my
talking
whole
about?
thing, and that's my whole point is that you listen to these people who are like, if you got this much time, you ain't making enough money. But it'd be like what's the rapper Nino Brown? Y'all ever see him? The dude from Miami, he be having like the chains and
I know who you talking about.
I've seen him, but I don't listen to his shit.
Yeah.
Exactly. What do you do, nigga? Where are your hits? like this nigga has no music. Like to me, I think people are just defaulting to being motivational rappers or like motivational speakers just so you failed at everything else. It's the new having a baby. Like it's the new having a baby to me. Like being a motivational speaker or like somebody who's like that's just a pup like that's just having a baby. Like for a while when people just couldn't do nothing. If you can't do nothing else, you can have a baby. Like no matter who you are, if you can't do nothing else, you can just
That's real.
like that's what a lot of people do when they don't have purpose. You just
And,
like, I'm
and
gonna
it
get pregnant.
changes over time too.
Yeah, it is.
The shit changes.
We
over
acting
time.
like that's not true.
It is.
Yeah, and I think people just do that shit. Like,
Like I'm just gonna have
yeah.
a baby.
And
settle
niggas get
down.
married. Niggas get married.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
niggas propose and get married.
Yeah,
They
like-
start
Don't
wifing
have
people.
none of-
They-
I'd be
Yeah.
like, hold on,
That's
countdown.
Their purpose is now they're a husband. It's like mother husband. That's the trade off. But I think that's that's the new like social media allows everybody to have a platform and a soapbox, and you can go ahead and just say even like people disagree with me. I'd be like, great. I don't know everything in the fucking world. Just not supposed. Everybody's not supposed to think like, oh, that was a good point or that. No, nigga, I expect people to argue. And even like last week, Kosi was on the show and she was like, I think your experiences are limited. Great. I don't mind that. That's for you to believe and for you to think.
Yeah.
I just think that. I just don't think people have enough experience. But to me, when I do see people that don't have that experience try to speak on shit, it's hilarious to me. That's just I find humor in it, so I don't mind it. Get your shit off. If you need that, if that's what makes you feel important, if that's what makes you feel good, if that's what makes you feel a purpose, that shit actually might have helped out somebody. It might have just because it wasn't nothing for me, doesn't mean it wasn't something for somebody. Like it's somebody who really watched that shit and was like, oh fuck, a light bulb came on. You just changed their whole life with that shit. Wasn't me, but maybe somebody
That's
did.
true. Yeah.
So
People do be in them comments like, wow, a
yeah,
word.
like girl speaking, emoji hand sis. Like it be people who really do.
Emoji hand, sis.
Yeah, like you know the little clapping hands that
Yeah.
be like this, and then it'd be like sis
Yeah.
at the end. You'd be like, all right. You know, so it be that. Like it's some people that's for them. It's like it's a
Yeah.
million churches in the world. Like nobody ever just says shut down that church because that's some. But like no, you can be a church and not pay taxes and get all the same privileges as a real fucking church that has a great preacher that's actually saying something. You're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
It's an opinion. I think that's the problem. Like people now want people to put up blockades for their stupidity. Like they want instead of the free choice or the choice of like I'm not just gonna pay this no mind. They want people to eliminate that for them. It's like no, have self control and just like let that be over there.
Yeah.
Don't make people cancel it because you don't like it. That's the whole point of this cancel culture now is that I don't like it. Get rid of it. No, don't deal with it. How the fuck
Yeah.
about that?
I hate cancel culture.
Yeah, like we make people shut down places and shut down restaurants and buildings because they're in certain neighborhoods.
Because of one bad experience.
Not even a bad experience. You don't even know nothing about it. You just don't like it. You fear what you don't know.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. If you had an experience with it, you probably would be able to say, that ain't hurt nobody. That ain't doing nothing. But because you don't have an experience with it, you don't like it. You fear what you don't know. And I think that's it. Everybody wants people to cancel stuff that they don't like or
And they
that they think is
coattail a lot of
stupid
shit.
or all of that shit. No, bitch, you don't like that. Don't look at it.
Don't go
You
there.
don't like him, don't listen to him. You don't like reality TV, nigga, don't watch it. You don't like women, you don't like slut walks, nigga, don't go to them. Don't walk down the street that they slut walking on. Whatever it is, just don't fucking do it. I don't think we have to cancel shit, though. Just leave shit alone. Like, back in the day, if you didn't want to be robbed or if you didn't want a certain part of shit, you didn't go to a certain part of town. You didn't go to certain neighborhoods if you wasn't looking for certain things. That's just how things went. Now, everybody want to be able to do everything, but they want to make sure you police the shit to make it comfortable for them. And I just think that's bullshit.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think like motivational speakers and people who do the camera card, let them do it.
Oh, no. I definitely let them. Like, I've never jumped
Not
on
speaking,
anybody's
not speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just using that as like
Yeah.
metaphorically
For sure.
speaking. For anybody who don't like something, just let them.
Just don't,
Yeah,
yeah.
just go the fuck over there. Turn your
Just
back.
scroll back up.
Yeah, scroll. Like use your thumb.
Just
Flick
do
your
this.
thumb.
And you don't even have to, like, go, jump in their
Or
shit
it's like
and talk
even a thing
negative.
that just say like see less of it. Unfollow. Like that
Oh, I hate
unfollow
the
button is
negative
oh,
people. People who just go in and
Mute,
like,
nigga.
because you don't agree with it, you just feel like you needed to have an opinion.
Yeah, I go a step further. I report them as spam. Like, if
Oh,
you
I
ever-
do that, too.
I will report your shit as
Oh, my
inappropriate in
gosh.
a fucking second.
I
And
do that.
giggle. I giggle so
I do
hard.
that all the time.
That's what I do. I report y'all as inappropriate, and then I giggle.
Especially when I see the racists too.
oh
If
yeah,
you people in the
oh, wow.
comments, I will
be all for
report their page all day.
Boom! Nigga, I be snitching. That ain't snitching. That's telling. That's different. I be telling on niggas.
I
I don't be
say,
snitching.
you talk about snitching. Hey, that's been the word of the day with 6ix9ine ass.
6ix9ine, yeah.
Yeah, that's
We
been
gonna talk about that this Saturday on my show. So if y'all want to come through Saturday at 3:30 p.m., we gonna talk about snitching versus telling because I think that's an interesting dynamic. Because I think it's a difference.
I've never heard somebody say snitching versus telling.
It's the difference between snitching and telling.
I never thought about that either.
It's the difference between snitching and telling. I don't know if niggas understand that. Like, and I'm a nigga that's like, I'm not a street nigga, but I've been down some streets. It's the difference between snitching and telling.
He said, I've been down some streets.
Yeah, it's the difference between
Down
snitching and
some
telling.
streets, see some things, talk to some folks, and then I
bro.
left.
I didn't. It's the difference between snitching and telling. I think like it's a clear line that niggas is not understanding. It's not, and I'm tired of niggas who are snitching and telling. It's different. Civilians, you're not snitching on nobody. You're not snitching if you're a civilian. Like that's what we have to stop doing. I'm tired of niggas who work at FedEx be like, nigga, I ain't no snitch. No, you deliver boxes, Rodney. That's what you do. You deliver boxes, and you should call the police because that's what they're there for. That $23. Yeah, that $23 a week that they take out your check, it goes to taxes, and those taxes go to pay these niggas, and you should call them niggas because you don't have no other niggas to call.
Yeah.
So you should call them niggas. If you don't have no niggas to call, then you're not a snitch. That's my whole point. That should be a great gauge for niggas.
Yes.
If you don't have no niggas to call, then you're not a snitch if you call the police. There you go. That's just a real basic gauge for niggas. If you don't have no gang, no other Crips, Bloods, or somebody else to call, no hood, like your bros, and nobody else who's gonna call and ride for you, and it not be outside of their normal life, then you don't have no niggas. You need to call the police and let them handle whatever your situation is. That's my whole thing. If you gotta call a bunch of niggas that you only play basketball with and be like, yo, we gotta go shoot my girlfriend, boyfriend, like you gotta be like,
We gotta go shoot my girl.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
It be shit
Or
like
like-
that though.
no,
Like,
it really do.
It do.
Cause my man, look, my girlfriend husband been trying to kill me for years. So I don't know what. That's
Your girl husband?
listen. You missing the point of the story. If you don't have no niggas,
It is a lot. That was a lot.
I used to always tell my friends, I'd be like, when y'all get a call that my girlfriend husband done killed me, don't be surprised. It's just one of them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's one of them things. But
That's
no,
hilarious.
I think it's always that. If you don't have no niggas, like if you just don't have nobody to call the police. You're not a snitch. It's okay. Nobody's gonna be like, why you didn't call these? Like, no.
Like they wasn't gonna show up anyway.
No, because I got certain friends now that if they called the police, if they called the police instead of calling me, I wouldn't be mad at them. Because I'm not gonna do what don't call me. Like it's certain friends that I'm not, just don't call me. Call the police. It's okay. I'm not gonna judge you because I wasn't gonna come do shit for you. Yeah. So I think that, and if you a person that wasn't gonna do shit for that person, don't call them a snitch. Like that's my whole thing. If you wasn't gonna go do nothing for a person, don't call them a snitch. That's just it. If your homeboy get robbed and you wasn't finna go chase the nigga down and go get his shit back, don't call your homeboy a snitch, nigga. He a civilian. He don't have nobody to have his back. Because you hang with bitch ass niggas like you.
I can't wait to hear y'all's on Saturday.
Yeah. Because if
about
TJ called the police, I would be mad at TJ. Like, that's different. TJ called the police, I would be mad at TJ.
Mm.
I would be a little. Depends on what it was. Depends on what it was.
Okay.
Yeah. If the nigga just.
Yeah.
TJ got beat up at a club and he was outside making a statement. I would be a little upset about that. I would be upset about that one. I would be upset about that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, like, if some niggas from the Mexican Mafia, TJ owed them $1 million
Oh.
and he called the police, I would be okay with it. I'm not tripping because I'm not. It's nothing that we can do in that situation. Like we
It's nothing
lost.
you can do.
Yeah, it's nothing. So I think that's a good gauge of it. But we digress. I'm sorry, I got into my side of this. Yeah, gender roles.
That shit was hilarious.
He
What?
said, yeah, gender roles.
Like I said, we jumped on that topic a long time ago.
Yeah, gender roles. I don't know. I just think
I
it's
know,
weird
right?
though. I don't think it's Yeah, I just don't think they exist anymore. I don't think they exist.
And I think age plays a big part in it too. You know,
Yeah.
And I
some
think
people are
that-
old school and
And I think the old guard is trying really hard at the last minute to try to keep that shit alive, but it's dying.
I think everything dies out though. Like all great empires like crumble.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you look at the Romans and everything. Like everything eventually comes to the end. So this grasp on normacy that a certain generation has had, I think is gone. Like you got to remember, it was a time and place. Like Brie got her shoulders out right now. It was a time and place where like she would have been. People would be Scarlet A, like she's a harlot. She has showing her shoulders. What did she get off showing her shoulders in public? There are married men here.
well, they have that in other countries still.
Yeah, but I think that's still like shit that even in those countries you see it now that women got to be able to drive now and certain shit that
Go to
people
school.
go to school. You no longer have to go out with your
Talk.
husband. Yeah, breathe. These bitches is just getting all kind of rights.
Yeah.
So it's getting too far. Bitch can just speak up when she wants. Shut up, ho. You used to be able to behead a bitch for that. Now you got to get permission. You got to get a license to cut your wife's head off. Imagine that shit. It's crazy, man. No, I think that's it though. I think all of that shit is eventually gonna die out. Like racism now. I think it's gonna eventually. I think racism gets to a point. It's gonna get to a point that it's not a thing.
I don't think it's a thing now. I think they just make it a thing.
Nah, racism's still a thing.
It's still a thing.
It's still.
I mean, I know it still exists, but I mean, like, depending on, I guess, how you look at it, I just don't really pay attention to it because it's like, it's 2019. Like, get over it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard though. It's kind of hard. You have some moments where it's like people that you don't like. You can't get
Over the fact
politicians that are racist, like the
stuff like that.
Trumps.
Yeah, I get that.
like
Yeah.
that's hard. I mean, like just some white guy walking down the street just going nigger, nigger, nigger.
That's
nigger,
what I mean.
Nigger, 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 nigger. No, I don't give a fuck about
Yeah.
that guy. No,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to stop every month, but I mean like a nigga, the mayor and the like governor and the president. I don't. Yeah, those
Judges
people.
and-
But that's how it works. Is that if you know that the little crazy white dude down the street, nigger, 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 like he's getting that from
Nigger, nigger,
somebody.
nigger.
Yeah, like
that's somebody you might low key tell on
that. What? Just Nick? Tell who?
in case you do some shit.
Tell, I don't know.
I'm just saying. I'm real talk. I'm just hating on him, telling him to get the fuck about the paint.
Nah, like if you're just walking around just with like anger towards like people that like I don't know, you can't call the police about that, can you?
No, real talk. No, you
You
can't.
can't really. You just fuck him up. Just wait till that nigga turn 2 corners and beat him up. Go about your day. Oh man, I'm good for that. I double back and whoop him. Man, what? I double back and beat your ass in a second. Yeah. Oh, so look, I'm telling y'all a story. One time, right? We only got a little bit of time left. I'm sorry. Gender roles is terrible.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep interjecting with that because now I'm just gonna hijack this.
Oh my god.
So, gender roles is terrible. That shit is
Like I was trying to come up with a topic the last minute.
Yeah. But, fucking, I was living in like I say I'm black and so that's I just period. I don't and I have a
I'm black, period.
yeah, I have a thing for like I have a specific spot for like white people abusing black people. Like that shit will. I'm one of the people like my logic is gone at that point. Like I don't care where it is, what it is. Like it's just act.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going home. I'm at this apartment. Like my apartment's on the corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I see when I'm driving up, you know how you drive it, you know, like that scene in Training Day where he drives past the alley and he sees somebody beating somebody up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I had one of those moments where I drive past and I'm like, what the fuck? It's like this big ass white dude like beating this shit out this black guy, this old black dude, and I'm like, hold the fuck up. So like I swoop and park. And like I grabbed my shit out the car and I'm like, let me go double back to this alley, make sure I ain't tripping and see what I just seen, right? But it wasn't an alley, it was a main street. Like it was a main street.
Oh, shit.
So I'm double back to the main street and I hear like people honking as I get close to the corner. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe I wasn't tripping, maybe I did see this. And I see like this 6'4" white dude, like you could tell he drugged out. he beating the shit out these 2 old black dudes, like fucking them up.
Damn.
And so, I just like, I'm like, yo, man, I run over to break it up. I'm like, knock that shit off. But when I did that, I dropped my shit. Like, I had a bag full of stuff, and I dropped it on the corner. And, like, I was like, yo, like, get the fuck out of here. And I broke it up. And the white dude was like, hi. He was yelling dumb shit. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. You better quit hitting these black men. I'm going to fuck you up. And so I'm checking on the black dudes, and I see that the white dude go back to the corner, and he start going through my shit. And I'm just like, yo, my nigga, what are you doing? Like, that's my shit. And he keeps going through it, and I'm like yelling as I'm walking, and like I see he's getting, but it's like real stuff. Like, my passport is in there. It was real stuff in my bag. So I just like run across the street, and I just like punch the fuck out of him. Just
That's real.
and just like blood, and he just falls.
And blood,
but that's real, though.
Blood and all that.
Yeah, so I say all that to say, like, I fuck racist. Like, that's my joy. If I catch you victimized, because I'm not a fighter, but I can fight.
Yeah.
So if I like catch you victim, I hate bullies and people who like do that. You can't victimize no black people around me.
Yeah.
And so it's just one of those things that I'm just gonna fuck you up. So yeah,
Right.
I understand you saying that, like getting them out the paint, but you just gotta beat them up. That's just it. That's a long story to say that. Like, ain't no calling no police on no racists. You just beat them up.
I mean,
If you don't find a chance to like you follow them for a little while. It's like it's a 5 to 7 minute follow period that you follow them, and if you don't find no place to just like snuff them within that 5 to 7 minutes, you just gotta let them live.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's just how it works. But gender roles is terrible though.
they
So
are.
you should punch racist women too. So, because no gender roles, you gotta be equal. You can't just be beating up racist men. You gotta beat up racist women too.
Yeah.
Bree's like, what the fuck?
The men beating them up too, or
Oh, no, I'm joking, sweetie. Don't beat up no women at all. But no, yeah,
No, yeah.
unless they racist.
yeah, you whoop their ass. No, I'm joking. Stop saying that. Every time you set me up, we're gonna take the joke. Don't do that. 'Cause it's not real though. These are not my real views about beating up.
We
racist
don't
women.
condone that.
No, not at all. No hitting up any women.
No.
But gender roles are terrible though. I'm just gonna say that. That's a weird dynamic. How do you feel about that? Like, we talked about splitting checks. Like, I don't split checks. If I invite you out somewhere, you brought that up earlier. We never got to finish. How do you feel about that? Like, how many times before you feel like I should pay the check? Like, no gender roles. This is equality. Like, you the neck, and I can look around.
feel
Cause
like-
yeah, like how many times we gotta go out before you be like, let me pick this one up?
I ain't never picked up. No, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say that. No, I've done like different things. Like maybe I might like buy something in advance. Like maybe like movie tickets or like something like that.
That's something. Yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
That's something. No,
But
that's something.
Picking up, I haven't really did that. I'll like pay the tip. Like I'm quick to like pay a tip, or I'm quick to like
Oh yeah, my girl. 'Cause I
pay
don't
for
tip.
drinks,
I don't tip. I
or
don't
like
tip.
something like that.
That's paying for something then.
Yeah, I'll pay
Yeah.
for something. I will
Yeah.
because
How
I
long
don't.
does it take for
But
you
how
to get
long though? Like, how many times you and dude got to go out? Like,
It depends on what we talked
much you
about
like 'em?
before. No, it just depends. Like, cause I'll ask like straight up. I'll be like, you paying for it or
that depends on how much. See, let me tell you something.
because
All right, real quick. How many times? That's because you only do that with certain people though.
Yeah.
Like, if it's a nigga that you know that you can say that to, that's what you do. If it's a nigga that you really like, you're not saying that. If you got to pay for that drink, bitch, you gonna pay for that drink to try to keep that date alive. I don't give a fuck. I've been like, come on, man. I've been a nigga who's known like, this bitch better be happy I'm out with her. Bitch, bitch, you better put your debit card down to
Right.
get this dick. You ain't getting this dick just off your personality and looks, bitch. You better pay for some shit.
Or
It's
what-
been times
I've
that's
never had
happened.
nobody.
I say,
No, stop it.
Or
I haven't.
I've been around homegirls that be like, look, I know I'm gonna fuck this nigga. He don't deserve this pussy, so I'm finna run up a check on his ass tonight.
Oh yeah,
It's
I
been
mean,
nice.
that's-
It's been nice where you been like, I just want some dick, and I'm just so happen to be going out with him. I wouldn't fuck him under no other conditions, but I'm really horny tonight, so I'm gonna run up a check on this nigga since he gonna get some pussy anyway.
Yep.
It's been nice. Bitches do that.
Yep. That
Sorry, like you not gonna like bitches do that. Be like, look, I'm gonna give him some
and
pussy
every
anyway,
dude,
so I'm gonna spend.
every dude has been in that shit.
Yeah.
At least at minimum.
I like you, so that's why I just didn't say like when you was like, I don't ever pick up tab. I was like, oh, you fuck a lot. Because if you're not picking up the bill, you gotta be fucking. If you don't never pay for nothing, you gotta be fucking.
And you,
A chick say she don't pick up the bill, I'm like, oh yeah, you fuck. That's cool. That's cool.
And a dude ain't about to just let you run up a bill on him
Yeah, no.
at all.
Hell no.
Otherwise, he gonna.
Let me tell you something. You get to ordering too much shit, I'm gonna stop the waiter. I'm gonna stop that little pen
Now-
right on that pad. I'm like, wait a minute, you fucking?
This what
We
I
not
do.
fucking?
This
Yo,
what
what
I
we
do.
doing tonight?
Take them thing. Bring this bitch an appetizer and
That's
some-
why I
a
pay for
lemonade.
stuff when I
Unlimited,
go on.
unlimited appetizers.
I
One
pay for
appetizer, by the
stuff
way.
because like you said, like I'll pay for something if I know I'm not trying to have sex with that person.
That's
Yeah.
that's it.
That's when I'll pick it
up.
That's when I'm like,
That's how you-
okay.
That's how you friends on a nigga.
That's exactly.
Yeah, I'm friend zoning you.
If I'm
If
out
I
with
pay
you,
for something, I'm friend zoning you.
let me tell you something. If I'm out with you, if I'm out with a chick and she pull out and be like, "What's my half?" I already like you already know. Like, oh, I ain't fucking nothing.
Yep.
I ain't fucking
Yeah.
nothing. You might as well start telling her about other bitches and pulling your phone out and shit because you not.
Yeah, you're not hitting.
That's not happening. But
Nah.
if shorty, if she like I don't know. To me, it's a certain way she pushed the bill towards you. Like if you paying and she pushed the bill towards you. Like, yo, let's get out of here. Come on, hurry up.
Yep.
Let's
And
go.
she don't even look at the damn price.
She like, come on, because what I'm finna do to you is gonna be worth it. Like,
Cause
just,
this meal was buying.
yeah.
Like, come on.
If she not gonna fuck you and still gonna make you pay, she just sit there and wait for you. She ain't tripping. She got plenty of time. She like, let me make sure it's lifts close here just in case this nigga start tripping.
No.
Yep.
You able to call me
start calling
Uber?
on dick on reserve.
Oh no, the dick. Come on, my nigga. She knew that already. That was set up when you when she went to the bathroom real quick after you placed the orders and she secured the order and knew she was gonna let you was gonna let her order whatever she wanted. As soon as they wait till the waiter go to the back for like 5-10 minutes. They know the food is in and it's being cooked. They be like, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom before the food comes. You be like, oh, all right. And then that bitch be in that bathroom texting that nigga. She be like, don't go like around. She pulled the phone down to see what time it is. She like, I'ma be there around.
Not pull the notification.
You got to pull the notification part down to see what time it is, and then flick it back up to be like, all right, it's 9:30 at the food. We
I am so
ordered.
done with you.
Yeah, I don't know. You got enough homegirls. You start finding out the tricks. That was my thing. I don't hang around men. Men can't teach me shit. I don't need to know shit. You know. I hang around women, trifling women at that, strippers and single mothers and shit.
Shut up.
Bitches, I got to make it happen.
Okay.
That's a real way to put it though.
Yeah.
But I feel you.
Like for years, I only hung around strippers. They was my homegirls just because like the jugs they was teaching niggas was amazing. I was like, you bitches is intelligent. Y'all can be Harvard professors. This is great.
They just don't want to be.
Wow.
Yeah, so I only got used if I wanted to.
It's so crazy. Okay, well, we have 1 minute. So in
I'm
1
done, boo.
minute.
This is your show. You should be able to go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for tuning in. I mean, not tuning in, just dropping by. Thank you for dropping by, and thank everybody for tuning in.
I drop it off
Mark,
every time,
where's your show? What?
Oh, you talking about
Yeah,
my
go ahead.
shit. Wednesday nights, 8:30 only on the Good News Radio app. Check me out, Sports Talk Mark with my producer G and my co-host DP
Okay.
every Wednesday.
Oh, just a dope ass show. Saturdays 3:30 here on the Good News Network. You can also find us on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, all that shit.
For sure.
Instagram, all that.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
For sure.
Thank you.
Bye.